What's going on, y'all? Bishop Brigante. Welcome to another episode of Risk and Rewards. This is the series where we talk to some of your favorite personalities about some of the risks they've taken in their career to get where they are today. And right now, man, I can't even front. This is one of the illest lyricists, hardworking. Man, listen, Stalley, what up, man?
What's
Welcome
going
to the
on,
show,
man? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Happy
You know
to be here.
Yo, you know what I was just thinking, bro? I was just going through your catalog today, right? Because I knew he was going to chop it up. And I was like, yo, have you ever taken a year off, bro?
No.
Since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no years off.
Like, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got a body of work, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 2008.
Consistent body of work, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even looking at it, like, in the pandemic, time, you still dropping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gone
Baby Gone right now is what's getting, the slaps in the whip.
Yeah.
But like, Speak No Blue.
Thank you to everybody who's slapping that too.
Yeah. Speak No Blue, Pariah.
Yes. Pariah, Speak No Blue, Cake, Reflection of Self. Just a few joints that's dropped before we came to Gone Baby Gone, more the recent drop.
So aside from the fact that this is normal for you to do this, but like, did you find that you had to pivot a little bit during the pandemic and shit or did you guys even close up at all? Like, were you guys on lockdown?
We definitely closed up for a few weeks, or maybe a couple months, but I think it wasn't a pivot for me. See, this is natural. Me and some of my guys, we always joke about it. Like, this is heaven to me because I'm to myself. I'm an introvert. I like to be inside anyway. So right. I'm like, oh, I can work and concentrate on the music and just give it to my supporters and the people who, rock with me. And everybody's I don't have to leave the crib. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, mind you, I love shooting videos. I love touching that stage and touching the fans, you know what I mean? Like, that's probably the thing that has got me in my career to where it's gotten me. The interaction and the love that I get from the fans, being on that stage, being able to tour, getting that support from them, that interaction is unmatched. So I do miss that a lot.
Yeah, that's the only thing I miss too.
Yeah, and I have missed that, just touching the people, because I think that my music is great live. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a great live performer, and I also create music for a live stage show. So I'm always excited to get out there. So yeah, but as far as the music goes during the pandemic, no pivoting, just being able to concentrate and focus a little more and sit with myself a little bit more to create. That's awesome.
Business as usual.
Yeah, exactly.
The video, Oranges in June, love it.
Thank you.
Love it. I want to ask you a question. I like the nostalgic feel of it. Talk to me a little bit right now about your love for car culture,
man.
Because from time I can see it. Like, a lot of people do it, but they don't do it like you do it.
No.
What's your favorite whip of all time?
Man, that's always a hard question, because it's like asking me, what's my favorite sneaker? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But because there's so many. But man, I love the '87 Monte Carlo. I love and I love an '87 Cutlass, because that was my childhood. Growing up, a lot of guys in my neighborhoods, who did little street activities. What I'm saying? They come through Monte Carlos, T-tops, Aero Coupes. They come, the SS, they come through Cutlass, sitting on 22s, 30s, so
that car shit.
So that's always been something that I just always loved, because I saw so many of them growing up, even Grand Nationals, you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw so many growing up. So yeah, I would probably say one of those, but if I had to pick one, I'm gonna just say the '87 Monte Carlo SS is probably, a favorite of mine. Beautiful car.
I was just talking about this with my girl. I was like, yo, I'm like, if you think about right now, right, in 2021,
Right.
in 10 years from now, there ain't gonna be shit to talk about. Ain't gonna be no cars that is just cool. Like,
I think about that all the time, but
it's
not to cut you off.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like back then they made cars that were hopefully to last a lifetime. And these cars are standing the test of time. Some 60s, 70s.
Yes.
These cars are standing
even
the test of time.
50s, some of the Bel Airs that those cars been around for years. I mean, obviously for, some of them cars my mom's age, you know what I'm saying, or older.
Yeah.
So.
None of these cars, like these none of them is gonna be cool in 20 years.
Right.
Be like,
I do see a trend that I do like is from the 90s, a lot of the M series BMWs, like the M3s, and like a lot of those cars are, they're starting to I guess pop back out. I don't want to say people
the
90s,
but
they start,
the 90s
they're starting to bring them back.
Farthest.
But like you said, as far as the 2000s, or even like you said 2021, it's not. But I think when it gets to after the 90s, it gets a little foggy when it comes to, like, what I'm saying, unless I guess I can't think right now off the top of my head.
I'm stopping at the 90s.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it,
too.
When I think about the early 90s and shit, some of them BMWs and some of them Benzes, they still
exactly,
they
and then of course you still got the 96 Impala, which is one of the best, you know what I'm saying, one of the best there is. So I think you're right, 90s it might stop, but now I think that also I'll be like, man, what's going to be the car like? I mean, I guess we'll be surprised. Maybe some young kid will want to have a Kia or something now, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yo, what's up, man? I'm pulling up. This 2021 Kia, yo, what's poppin'?
Right.
There's a whole long line of Kias.
The one that was in the LeBron commercial. Crazy. I don't know, man. Somebody might say something crazy.
I wish somebody would. I wish some billionaire would just be like, you know what? Let me just make all these old cars, like some new cars that look like some old cars, or some, I don't know. My son don't got nothing to look forward to when it comes to talking about classic cars, unless you're talking about 70s, 80s, 90s, earlys,
Somebody has said something to me recently, like, wonder if they started retroing cars. Like, wonder if they started making the old school cars, but right now. You know what I mean? Like, so wonder if they did make the 96 Impala over, but in 2021. You know what I'm saying?
Though. They should.
That would be dope. Just like they retro Jordans, or, retro like Nikes. If they started retro cars, I was like, that kind of would be crazy. But again, they was using real steel and iron and, just different. Nowadays, these cars ain't made like they were made before. Yeah, exactly. So
they using 3D printers and shit. For shit.
Right.
It's crazy. You got no power in that shit. You don't feel it. You don't
exactly.
Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah.
Listen, I love the fact that you are meticulous and you are very aware when putting whips in your videos, because you could tell that you are really about that culture and that lifestyle. And I love like what you did in the orange video, like they was out. You brought them out.
I had to bring the right ones out, and it was a beautiful scene. It fit the video. It fit where I was at. Shout out to the people who brought out the cars, because I was in Pasadena, California. So they found the whips. They came out, man. It was a hot day. They trooped it out with me and showed love. So, man, shout out to them. But again, people who are in the culture know that I represent the culture, and I'm going to shine a light on the culture in the best way that I possibly can. So whenever, you bring out a whip or you pull up on me, it's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be showed in the light that it should be, and represented in the way it should be as well.
Nice. Let's talk about the album, Gone Baby Gone.
Yes.
So who's handling all the production on this? You got like a set squad that you work with, or
Well, on this one, it
reach
was
out?
one producer. It's Black Diamond.
Oh, damn. All right.
That's my guy. So I've been rocking with him. Man, we probably been rocking with each other since I put out Savage Journey to the American Dream. I want to say that might have been the first time that we did any music together. But he's always been, BCG, Blue Collar Gang, just
Blue
always
collar.
been somebody who knows the sound, who knows me. Amazing producer. And I've always wanted to do a full project with him. So I'm glad that we actually got to with this
That's
one,
what's
and it
up.
came out amazing. The response has been amazing. The love and all the attention that the project has been getting thus far has been amazing. I think we've been out for about 2 weeks now, and it's just been getting crazy. The streaming has been up.
And it's perfect to ride to.
Yes, and that was another
that
thing.
Bump. It's got the smooth. It's smooth. You know what I mean? I told you
Yeah,
about
so he gets it, and
Domingo Felipe.
it's a beautiful marriage.
Domingo Felipe.
Yes. that's one of the ones. Yeah, that's one of my favorite, my favorite switch every day, but depending on the mood. But when I'm in the whip and that song come on, I'm always cutting it up crazy and just, vibing. So he snapped on that whole project, man. So shout out Black Diamond for sure.
That's what's up. Okay, listen. We know what we're here for. We got a couple of things we got to chop it down about, all right?
Yes.
Stalley, I'm going to ask you the first question.
Okay.
I need you to tell the people a risk that you've taken, whether it be in your life, career, whatever, a risk that you've taken that was a positive come up.
Man. It's a few, but I think one of them, was, I got laid off of work during the recession. I was working, I got laid off. And I think the decision not to go back to work and just really bet on myself and go full time with the music, it really just helped. And it took off, you know what I mean? Like it took off faster and a lot better than I think I could imagine at that time. You know what I mean? Like things just happened quick. I stopped working and I got around, Dame Dash and DD172, and I was doing that. Then I was doing my own thing. Then Ross gave me a call. I ended up signing the MMG. It was just boom, 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 one after another. But it was just me, like you said, just working, constantly working, whatever I could do to work, whatever stage I can get on and perform, I was there. Whatever records I can hop on, I got on. Wherever I could be visible and show my talent, I did it. And it paid off, you know what I mean? And God blessed me, and he's still blessing me. And I think just betting on myself, and then even further on with the MMG situation and just always remembering who I am as an artist first, and betting on myself and knowing that what I'm doing is right. And I got the support from the people who've been supporting me from day one and those who come along.
Yeah.
I think that's how I win constantly. You know what I'm saying? So.
Jeez, yeah. It's crazy. I was just talking with Riggs the other day, and we were talking about that betting on yourself, because when you like you just said, things started happening at a rapid rate. But I feel like the reward of that is even better. It's even better because a lot of artists get in and they do this, they do that, and they can make it different ways. But when you really about this shit and you bet it all on yourself and you got good people around you, man, that reward is even more. It's more rewarding than rewarding.
No, it is. No, it honestly it is. And I can't, you know what I'm saying? Just, man, like I said, it gets rough, obviously, because it's not like you getting the help or support from, and when I say help and support, I mean like the backing, the money, the big dollars to push you and market what you're doing. But when you are marketing, every little thing that you do or come up with to market yourself, to push your music, to get it in front of people, it's rewarding because it's like, man, it's paying off. My vision paying off. What I thought paid off. You know what I'm saying? And also you live and you learn from mistakes, you learn from things that might not work, and then you make them work. You know what I mean? And all of that to me is super rewarding.
So let me ask you a question. How do you compare the independent route as opposed to like, the big backing route? What's the biggest difference that you've experienced with that?
With me, I didn't really feel, because I wasn't an artist who got a big record pushed or had a big single on the radio or whatever. So I didn't feel that. My grind still felt the same, even within the machine. The only thing is, you might have a cosign here or there, or somebody, might shout you out, or tweet your music or post you. But other than that, I didn't really feel nothing, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, I could do this on my own. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather do this on my own and build it up on my own, because I've always had the mentality that if I fail, let me fail how I want, let me fail, but giving it my all. Or if I win, let me win, giving it my all. Because at least I can always say, you know what? I gave it my all,
and that's
put my heart and soul into it. If it didn't work out, but at least I can say I left it all on the floor. Like athletes say, I left it all on the floor. Whether we won a championship or not, at least I know I gave you blood, sweat, and tears and everything I can give you. And I'd rather that than to have it be in somebody else's hands or somebody else have the power. And then I'm like, man, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Or if I didn't do this, or if I wasn't with them, maybe they didn't do this because they didn't push. No excuses. It's all on me. Ain't nobody fault. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame MMG. I can't blame Atlantic Records. I can't. It's all on me. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I'd rather it be.
I fuck with that.
Yeah,
I fuck with that heavy. All right. I want to ask you a question, actually, but I don't want to skip this question because I was going to ask you a minute ago, but I'm going to ask you this one. Out of all the places you've been, or maybe even all the people you've met, who do you think has a whip collection that you were like, oh, okay, I fuck with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I would say met or I know personally.
Well, give me city first.
Okay.
That really give me the city first, and then give me the person.
Right. Let me see. Whew. I don't want to leave anybody out.
Because I mean,
New Orleans and Spitter, you know what I mean? He got a crazy collection and he got some good cars. And I kind of seen him build it, from the start. Like I might have known him or seen him when he had maybe 3-4 cars. Now he might got 14. I don't know how many he has, but he has a lot of rides and a lot of quality whips. I know every one means something to him.
Right.
He definitely has a dope collection. Ross has a dope collection too. You know what I mean? I think
I feel like he's showing it a lot more too now.
Yeah, I think he's starting to show it a lot more, because before he used to show a lot of the foreigns, you know what I mean? The Ferraris and the Musains and you know what I mean, all of that. But now I think he shows his Bel Air. I know he got a crazy Chevelle that's crazy. It was actually in one of the videos me and him did over the Love Sosa beat. That joint is crazy. He got like a Corvette engine and it's crazy. But
what's your favorite car you've owned?
Oh man, I would say probably my 87 Monte Carlo, because that's one of the first cars that I got myself paid for cash. You know what I'm saying? So it's special to me, you know what I'm saying? And it was one of the first cars that I went and got when I started getting like some money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's probably like, again, that's why that's my favorite. Another reason why it's my favorite car.
Do you name your whips?
Nah, I don't. But you know what I do is most of my whips, or I like white. So that's one thing about me. I don't know if anybody knows that or if I said that before in the interview or mentioned in the music, but I love white cars. So all the fleet is white and it's going to always be white. You know what I'm saying?
That's sick. That's dope.
It's just something about white and cars I love.
It's just clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Super clean.
Clean.
You know what I'm saying? Black cars, they get dirty real easy.
Yeah, that's another thing. Darker cars, you see everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? White is, you know what I mean? You can hide a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you skip a wash or two, you might be good.
Sheesh. Okay, all right. You bet on yourself.
Yes.
I rock with it because the reward is even more beautiful when you do that.
Yes.
Stalley, let's flip the coin, bro. This is the one now. I gotta know. You've seen these crazy stories. You gotta tell me. Give me a risk that you took that was not the one. It was like, oh shit. This ain't the one, man.
The risk that I took that is not the one.
Bad. It wasn't a come up at all.
Man. I don't know if I have. Maybe I need to take more risks. Maybe I'm not a risk taker. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I've taken any risks that I regretted or felt like, man, that's not the move, or because even risks that I've taken in my career or in my life where I've switched locations and I might have not knew anyone or didn't know what would happen, it still always seems to work out. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, every time even when I was in the workforce or I had jobs, if I switched a job, it always was better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I'm very calculated and, like you said, meticulous about everything that I do. And, again, sometimes that could be a crutch, you know what I mean? Or sometimes it could be, so that's why I said maybe I need to take more risks. I don't know.
Damn, we gotta get Stalley out here risking shit.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta get you out here risking it, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What was I gonna ask you? No, I fuck with that. You know what? Because not everybody, not everybody takes wild risks.
Yeah,
it could,
But even when I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, about things that I've done or, like I can't think of any that was like really a risk like that. You know what I'm saying? Or that I regret in any way.
Right. I fucks with it.
Yeah.
I fucks with it. Hey, have you, quick sidebar question. Have you been paying attention online to some of these conversations about, the spitters and the rappers and who's the best and all the, have you seen some of the shit?
Yeah, I see some.
How do you feel? Because I mean, you're fairly humble, but you be snapping too, bro. So like,
yeah.
How do you feel when you see these conversations? Do you kind of just like, okay, let them go, or like, do you ever get that urge where you want to like jump in this conversation, be like, yo, hold on a second, man?
Yeah, I definitely get the urge sometimes to be like, y'all bugging, because I see some names get thrown around and I'm like, come on. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know, like I let people talk because that's gonna be conversations. Every conversation like that to me is opinionated, you know what I'm saying? Because the way I feel, like that's why I tell people all the time, like, I get it. If you don't like me as an artist or don't listen to me or don't, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Yeah, I might not be for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know that I'm nice and I know that I'll out rap a lot of people. And I know a lot of artists that people love. I'm their favorite artist. Or those artists look to me, even if they don't say it out loud, they tell me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when I do see people arguing like this rapper is better than this rapper, and I'll be like, or even if somebody is like, well, that person is over, I'm like, yo, that person is like my son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that person is somebody who looks up to me and who not only takes you know, musical style, but even fashion style, or the,
Okay.
you know what I mean, the
Okay.
whip side by, you know, like that's why I don't even show stuff sometimes, because it gets crazy.
Yeah, they be
But
hiding that shit.
you know, again, like I don't partake in the rah-rah, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny that me and you actually met at a battle rap event years ago in New York, right? At a URL event. And I was thinking about this today, actually, considering all the, the hoopla and all that stuff. I tweeted this. I said, man, if you really think about it, every one of us that's an MC, we've been in battles. And
Yeah.
because back in the day, it didn't always have to be, what battle rap is today. It didn't have to be that. But I'm saying, like, whenever we came outside and there was more rappers around, or we was in a lunchroom, or we was in the smoking section, or wherever we was out on the block, whatever, right?
Yep.
And we was around any rappers and anybody was rapping, everybody always tried to be the best.
Yeah.
That's a battle.
Yeah.
Like when you meet somebody that raps and they start rapping and you guys kind of ciphering,
yeah,
you're not gonna try and you're gonna hear what they say, but you're gonna come back and double that. That's a fucking battle.
Right.
We've all been battle rappers, bro.
That's a fact. Yeah,
have you ever thought in your mind, like, have you ever been in like actual battles like the one we were at? Like, have you ever done that?
No, I've never been in like a like you said, like what battle rapping is right now, like what URL and RBE and all those guys do. I haven't
like
been in that type
eras and all that.
Yeah, but I was in the freestyle era. I was in, like you said, ciphers. Like when I was in school, even when I was in college, people used to come get me from my dorm to rap. Like if somebody was ciphering, or they'll be like, yo, these kids is outside rapping right now, come on. Or they'll be like, yo, I'm gonna go get my man Stalley, like, and they'll be like, hold up. And I come back, and like you said, I'm listening to rap, and then I start busting my raps, and it's like, then you going on for hours just spitting, freestyling, or you might start spitting writtens back and forth, whatever. So I've definitely been in a ton of those, you know what I'm saying? Even from high school on up, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever people were rapping, definitely they was coming to get me.
I feel like that competitive spirit, unfortunately, seems to be like becoming. It's becoming. There's too many gray areas now. It's like, people getting their emotions. They don't like it. I feel like the cipher has it. The cipher, it's kind of like now. It's just like when you're amongst your clique, your crew, whatever. But like, it's kind of dead now. And then when these conversations happen, people get uncomfortable. People don't want to give flowers out, and then it just becomes like I love the competitive spirit, but I feel like it's becoming weird, and I don't like that part of it. But I miss those days when when
you just rap because you love the rap, like you said. Like nowadays, people will say stuff like, oh, I get paid to rap, I'm not rap. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I'm not rap. Or like you said, people's ego, or sometimes it's just because dudes really can't rap and they don't want to get embarrassed, or they don't want somebody that's just off the street to come and rap better than them. You know what I mean? Like even look at backstage with Hov. Remember, it was a scene where it was like a security guard or something, like rapping for him at DMX or whatever. Like people won't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
they gave him love too. They was like,
they did, you know what I'm saying? Like he actually was spitting, and they show love, but it's like people won't even give somebody like that a chance. You know what I mean? Like no more. They just feel, I don't know, like you said, it's just an ego thing. Man. But when you're confident in yourself and your skills, and you know that you're nice, it's no ego to be hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
Man, Stalley, I gotta be honest with you, man. I love your music. I love how nostalgic it feels, and it's that raw rap, and it's just consistently dope, man. I gotta give you your flowers, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I love the work, and I love the work ethic. It's inspiring because,
thank you.
Like I said, man, like I was like, whoa, wait a second, I didn't, you know what I mean? And I'm now, like, there's a couple that I'm doubling back to, but man, I've always been a supporter, and I love what you're doing, and and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Keep them.
And I want to say this to you, is I appreciate you and your platform and what you're doing, and giving me a chance to have a voice to be able to promote myself, because as an independent artist, like you said, sometimes things get missed out on. You know what I mean? Right. The only way I can really promote myself is through social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that stuff. And now with these algorithms, it's hard for everybody to catch what you're doing or how you're doing it. So just to have an extra platform to be able to share the music and to let people know that it's there, and I appreciate it for sure.
Yo, the pleasure's all mine, man. You know what? Next time we follow up, you better get out there and take some risks, bro.
I
need some crazy stories, man.
I got you.
We need some crazy stories.
Definitely every day is a risk, you know what I'm saying? When I'm grinding, making this music, you know what I'm saying? Being an independent artist is a risk. I got a family, I got children, you know what I mean? So
you're just lucky that all your risks are working out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I feed, I'm blessed enough to be able to feed the family, off of something that I love to do, off of the risk that I take every day. And that's why I do put that work ethic in and go hard and, just try to be the best I can be. My thing too, I got personal challenges that, I rap battle myself a lot. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to outdo myself, out-rap the last rap that I wrote. You know what I mean? Things like that. So those things keep me going and motivated as well.
Absolutely. The album's called Gone Baby Gone. Everybody get on the DSPs, get on the iTunes, buy it, stream it, do what you gotta do, man. It's the homie Stalley, man. Thank you very much for being on Risk and Rewards, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, salute. Keep them cars clean, bro.
Yeah, always, definitely.
Always. All right, peace, man.
All right, peace.